How much is bigger than this? It's like here. Probably not. I don't know exactly when it. Wait, oh, it is 199. I've heard a lot of good things about this game. That game's really good.
Yeah, but because I wanted to put him down a little bit. Basically, right. And you put us with that example.
Something like that. E to interact.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget.
I'm Stanley. Interesting. Almost like that's what the name of the game is. Apply. Yeah. How do you? Okay. Supposed to. Is it E to interact? I'm supposed to.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Why did she even turn off every computer? Calling it.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Well, well, well. Sure, man.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
There's something. Can't be nothing.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Then walked upstairs and that actually say something?
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Oh shoot,
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts,
why is it getting so...
And while he thought it all very odd, and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay. Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Oh.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself. and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy, this much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better.
That's
But then
crazy.
she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
So that's the end of the game. What? Was that an ending? Or was it just... It must have been an ending.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Because it's not
What
going
could
to be
it
was an
mean?
ending.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Turning off all the computers again. Awaiting input. I do it again? Why can't I turn it off this time? Maybe you have to play it 5 times to fill up this bar. Interesting.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first,
Okay,
just
turn
to
that one
admire
off.
it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring.
This is
It had
kinda
really
cool.
been worth the detour
go,
after all,
step up
just
and
to spend
down.
a few moments here in this but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I'm good.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
This parkour? What is this?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the
I
wrong
drop down?
foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
Oh
I
my
realize,
God.
but in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his
Wait,
death.
there's no way that was an
Good
ending.
job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Not there. There's no
All of
way.
his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
5 days. There's no awaiting inputs. What? It's gone. Is it a chance thing? Why is that door open?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first,
gonna do
just
the-
to admire it.
Fully correct ending.
Wow.
Class.
Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I'm sure the only option is to die here. Surely I just played.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Why does it lag
Look,
so much when
Stanley,
you
I
move
think
all the
perhaps
time?
we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone
Oh,
else can be
I'll
difficult,
take it.
but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but
Oh,
you
I was
all
supposed
this
to drop down to
time.
there.
There's someone
Special.
you've been neglecting,
Surely this doesn't kill
Stanley.
me. This can't kill me.
Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Oh man. I said I was gonna do it. The right ending.
Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley... All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
It's gonna be a jump scare or
You
something.
see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see.
Any movement
Help
around.
me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these stray...
Oh, there's a jump button. It says jump is space. What? There's an auto block button.
Unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Oh.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. A 1? I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a 1? That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that? But I guess it isn't my place to judge. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
What? There's a... Is that real? Surely that's not real, right? Okay, yeah, it's not real. Are these real stats?
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
I'm not doing this.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have?
Flappy Bird or something.
Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Firehouse?
Fascinating. What do you think this game is
Yeah.
about, Stanley?
This
What's
is
our
crazy.
story? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of
Firehouse,
total
isn't it?
mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
There's no way. Yo, how many layers of this game are there? I think this is Firehouse.
Oh no. No, it can't be.
So, like, open. I could go anywhere. Just follow the
It
trail,
is.
I guess.
It's an
Wow.
open world game. Good
Not
God,
crazy.
quickly block it off.
Oh,
Thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No
Must
right
be a
or
hole in
wrong
the wall
directions.
somewhere.
No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls. Okay, I
no,
think this
I'm
will
following
be
the
just
story
the
next
thing.
time. I can't do this. Rocket League? Did they get the rights
See,
for
this is
this?
exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
Yeah, I'm so slow.
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together? Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Oh wow, they actually did it. Wow. How did they do that, man?
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on? Stanley, I have a thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more Hold on. What are you doing?
Yo, what is happening?
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't.
Oh, I fell deeper. This is not good. Yo, this actually feels like a horror game. If there's a jump scare, I'm just not that worried. What? Is this another game? I don't know this game. This is another game. Are these the... Is this the office? Those are the two doors. This is the other path. I'm going backwards. It's nighttime. This is my room. No, it's not. What was my number? Was 427, wasn't it? This isn't my room. Bro, why is it so dark? This is way too creepy. I could have sworn this was my room. Why can't I interact with it? What's my number? Is it 423? Oh.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Does it want me to close the game? No, okay. Well, reset. I finally finished that. Okay, I'm just gonna listen to him this time.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
2 inputs down. So there's a chance thing.
Oh, new content?
No,
What does that mean?
I'm not doing
new content. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh. Interesting. Computer? It's a big office. Oh, I can... Oh. I'm going that way.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Oh my god,
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
This is the elevator, isn't it? So you can either jump down or go over here. Maybe I'm here. Oh man. What? Alright, come back up. I don't hear any steps. Can you not go this way? Am we clicked in here or something? Something over here. Has to be. Wait, let me. Oh, okay. This is this way. Stopped walking. Nothing. Like, semi there, here or something. I have to crouch. Oh, but you don't have to crouch at the end. Okay. Yep, now I'm stuck. Oh, yeah, I did crouch into a hole. Oh. Looks like we're going down. Oh, we're gonna jump. It wasn't out there. Interesting.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Oh, I didn't think he was asking about.
Whoops. Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
Nothing's gonna change. I swear this feels like a horror game.
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the
Maybe
office
some other
again.
code.
This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that
Why is this
keen
guy
eye
hating
for
on me?
storytelling that you have. An incisive rapid fire of
Zoom,
critical
zoom,
plot
zoom,
points,
zoom.
one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow. I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
Then there's a secret code somewhere. 19614. Am I following this? Over here now. There's not. How do I get up? Yo, I might be lost. Can't figure it out.
Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep
Yo,
coming
why
up
is
with
this
all of
guy
this?
hating on me?
Surely this time Stanley will walk forward into the spooky corridor, won't he? Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
There's no door. I can like walk through this and then go back there.
Although this passage, but of course, Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I need to get up there. So.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed.
104,
Each bore the number of an employee in the
601.
building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals
Oh,
reduced
this
to
is like a
images on a
monitoring.
screen.
Wait,
and
what number am I?
Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Right there. Oh, it's taking me to it. I'm gonna look at it, huh? Isn't that it? Isn't it 274? 234? It's up there. It is 234.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his
Where did
boring
that come
job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Yup. Well,
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine. unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
I actually can't because I can't jump because this game sucks.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
Something's
And Stanley was happy.
Really? Ending it like that. What? Fix it. Oh wait, there's no share here now. I can type it. Are there any other things I can press? Interesting.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, let's see what else I can do. Redoor, I guess.
Oh, new content?
Yep.
What does that mean? New
possible.
content.
Why is this so creepy?
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know,
you can only get here if you get the
was a video
DLC.
game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
About the thing I bought? What?
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Let me get back on this.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Absolutely nothing's gonna happen.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it. I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Gimme the content, Stanley.
Oh.
All right, let's see.
Oh, I can jump now?
The jump circle?
Oh, I can only jump in the circle. What? Why can I only jump in the circle? Dude, all this skill to jump isn't that crazy. game, it's such a horrible jump. You can't even movement with it. And out of jumps.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has
It's
to be
over.
something else, right?
It's over.
Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell,
Didn't we
I
go
could
down
count to
last time?
30
Or no, wait.
trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable
I could
Ultra
take a look at
Deluxe,
it last time.
now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, there's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
It's pitch black. Thank you for enjoying the new.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault,
There's some way to get it.
I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Oh, cheers. Oh, this isn't the same. What? Oh, this is the Ultra Deluxe edition now. That's the normal.
Psst! Stanley! Come over here! In the vent! I want to show you something. Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares? Oh, never mind. You're not a dork.
Yeah, screw you. Oh, there's only 2 books. I thought I'd do it again. I walk. Yo, is it just me? Like, the crouching is, like, broken. Oh, I can walk fast backwards, though. Ah, wonderful. Nope. Okay. Dude, why is it, like, actually... Is it broken just for me?
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past, and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special, and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look. So weird.
Why do I have to move my mouse to move it? Oh my, is this Elden Ring?
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something.
Go outside. Don't play for 5 years. Surely you just have to change the date on your computer to actually do that, right? Sure, that's what a bunch of people do. I can't sit on the bench. The music's kind of fire.
And over here
it's
is
French.
where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from
Dear
Destructoid.com. James
Dear
Stephanie
Esther?
Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Wow, they actually won a lot of awards. Okay.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
I wonder if there's a real release. Can you make it with this? The serious room.
Oh, these were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they? Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them. Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley, I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse.
I wonder if these people are like not famous because of these
reviews. I don't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well,
I probably asked them for it.
But maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered. What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have. And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered.
No more listening
Not the
to me
real
rambling
time.
on and on and on. No,
But
no,
why
no,
did it
no.
ask me for
The
the
Stanley
time?
Parable is a game for the people.
It could
And if
the
the
real
people
time
want
down.
silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue.
Okay, so it's
and
gonna
it
make
goes
me
something
press
like
it.
this. The story and the choices.
Screw.
Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of... Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof! Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well,
Where'd the door go?
I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes?
Oh, it's gonna eventually become like centuries or something.
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh my goodness.
Now there's something
I have
back there
someone
because
to
there's
talk to
light.
again. Stanley,
There's
I think
nothing.
it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time.
Why is
Just
it
sitting
so
here.
creepy? It's just black.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us.
Tree's dead. What? Keep going. Huh. He might be dead. Fire alarm's going on. Fuck, I lost it.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition.
Why did he
But
come
where
back
are the
now?
jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed.
What? Why is he coming back and going?
The end is never the end, is never the
You
end, is
what?
never the end, is 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 never the end.
Brother. My god. What do I have to do? The blood? That's dirt. Wow. Is that a nuke? Was that nuclear warfare or something? That's how it felt? I feel like I'm gonna come back and be under the building. It's gonna say you died. What was that? Wowzers. Very green. Any animals in here? What? It's like a horror game, bro. Why do we do this? Oh my. Doom? Not on this. What was that? What the wind? Wait, can I actually like venture off into the dunes? Or what? Should I? I feel like I should just be pressing the button. I wonder how far it'll let me go. Oh. Oh, I was supposed to press the button again. Now fully reset
A
me.
soft wind blew outside
Oh,
and perhaps
wait,
rain
that's a different
started.
dialogue.
And if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
So it didn't restart fully. It was weird. That door's open now. That door wasn't open before. Get in that room. So no new content. Yeah, I'm good. Not after
When
that.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he
wanna
entered
go
that this was
this
not the
way.
correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it
Then I wanna
perfectly
go in the
well.
right door.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track. But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted
I
to
went
wander
straight to
about
him.
and get even further off track.
Oh, no,
So
this
now, in
is
order to
new.
get back, he needed to go, from here, it's,
All the doors
left.
are gonna open. No. I wanna go in one of these. Okay.
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
Well, it's gonna be this
No,
way.
not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Not this door. Oh, I'm up here now.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning.
Brother.
And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Some of the achievements look really hard.
All of his co-workers
Let's
were
go to the
gone.
new
What
achievements.
could it mean?
Or new.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Wow, is that a full reset? If full reset, that's gonna be pretty annoying. Oh, that door's open. That door isn't open. If it says new content, it's not a full reset. If it just says new content, it is a reset. Oh, wait, it's not even there. I can't even do that anymore. Okay, well, something's off.
Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Those two are the normal ones. This is the weird. Wait, they lead to the same place? These ones are the normal doors. This is... No. I want to go the other one.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
No.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting
so I think
room.
I have to make it
Perhaps he
somewhere
had simply missed a memo.
in like a super short amount of time there if I want that. Okay, well the input thing is gone. I don't see it anymore, so I must have done something wrong. New content is still lost. Now there's no doors.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Oh, this is how you get to that door, huh? No.
Aha! I knew we'd
Why
missed
was
something.
it right where I
The
came from?
story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and
Those
retrace our
exiting.
steps.
Oh.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win.
Right,
Some
man.
people win fair and square, and this was not one of
Where
those
did I enter?
situations.
There's nothing here anymore.
Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart. All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
What's new? Oh, I can turn this. Wait, can I actually? No, I can't. That would be pretty funny. It seems gonna have no doors again.
No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
Further, I have to follow the line.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact
I'm going
a
backwards.
byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay.
That
Now,
door
if my
closed, and I
experience
can't
of
go
your
back.
existence
It wasn't
rests
complete.
inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
What is happening? 007? James Bond? Why is there a door open? Dude, there's gonna be a jump scare at the end. The music's been really
Wait,
good.
cut the music. Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully.
Bro,
you won't want to miss
can't be
anything.
serious. Let's see. Color on the left side. Looks like one big one on the left and small one on the right. Something in the front.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No.
Oh,
no,
this is how you get
no.
through this door.
Line, you do
Oh,
know we're
that's
looking
right.
for the Stanley Parable, right?
Why
The
does it say
story?
line DM?
Is any of this ringing a bell?
Oh,
No, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart. You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting,
I've
daring,
converted the narrator.
mysterious. Oh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction? Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Oh wait, is it a limited circle though? Okay, this is a limited circle. Where's this? Yeah, this is a limited circle. So it is actually counting how many times I go around it. But I just have to keep on. Or do I just always end up in the same spot?
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also
why
like
did
to
you
veto
use
the
the
line
TM?
from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Yo.
Ah,
Your
a
boss fight and
choice.
it's gonna be the
We
line.
get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting
I'm
from
so
the right,
lost.
let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is
Oh,
the
he's saying
correct one.
right, like
Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
there. Oh, I probably get choice. Oh.
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion
Wait,
ending.
are these actually all
You're
endings?
telling me that's what this is? It's all one
Oh,
giant
this is-
ending?
okay, so where are
And
we?
we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined?
Oh, we're
So
here,
now,
find the
according to
schedule.
the schedule, I restart again. Then
Restarts.
what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to
Restarts on its
forget?
own.
My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing.
Restarts.
Wall.
Find a bookstore.
Who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it.
He's about to restart it.
And the timer stopped?
Oh, wait, we broke the ending.
Does that mean
I thought it was actually
did we
going to
do it? Did we break the cycle? The whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us?
bash it.
Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination, so I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually.
He's gonna
Well,
restart
in the
it.
meantime, if you do... All of his co-workers were gone.
Oh,
What
but
could
he
it mean?
forgets about it.
Stanley
Oh,
decided to
it
go
is
to the
actually
meeting
gonna
room.
follow up.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
If it didn't say I couldn't go anywhere. Features free. I'm sure that'll do something at some point. Oh. Oh, the ending's done, because now I'm back to New York. I'm done. Okay, it is over.